Everybody, and welcome to this month's adoption event. Today, you'll be hearing from about 11 of our foster dogs that are available for adoption. So our rescue is called City Dogs and City Kitties. We're located in DC, and we have no physical shelter, which means all of our adoptable pets are with their fosters, who you'll be hearing from today. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at City Dogs Rescue. And our website is citydogsrescuedc.org. So you can go on there to find out all about these lovely dogs. You can also volunteer, donate, foster, and just look around and see all about what we're about. So today we're going to start with Ladybug and her foster, Sarah. Ladybug is an 11-year-old female, which means she is available for the reduced senior adoption fee. She is a Cocker Spaniel mix. She weighs 43 pounds, and she was brought to us from Virginia. So Sarah, can you introduce us to Ladybug and tell her what she's like?
Yeah, sure. So this is Ladybug. She says hello to everyone. As you said, she is written as 11 years old, but I would say that she likes to relax, but she still has a lot of playful spurts. So it's not like having a senior dog that mainly wants to sleep constantly because she still likes playing with her toys and loves going for walks. As you can see, she really likes getting her belly rubbed and snuggling.
Awesome. So what was Ladybug like when she first arrived with you? Like what was she like when she settled in and she kind of got used to you guys? And how has she changed since she's gotten comfortable with you?
Yeah, so we got Ladybug a little over 2 weeks ago, and she had just had a little surgery to remove a benign tumor. So at first she wasn't feeling great because she had some stitches and was on some pain meds. So every day since then, she's been feeling better, and she's gotten more and more of her spirit has come out. I would say she's totally recovered from the surgery now and ready to play and go for walks. But it has been fun watching each day a little bit. She comes out of her shell a little bit more. She had to wear a cone for a little while because of the surgery, but it didn't stop her from finding toys and chasing around a ball. And when she first played with my dog for the first time, it was pretty exciting to see her feeling comfortable enough to do that.
Cool. So you mentioned that she's a little playful, but when do you think Ladybug is the happiest?
I think she likes snuggling the best. Like, she really likes if someone will play tug of war or fetch with her, but she really just wants me to sit on the couch so she can sit literally on top of me. She likes to be totally 100% on top of me, even though she's 43 pounds. So yeah, I think she really likes to snuggle.
Awesome. And you mentioned that you have a dog too. So what is she like with other dogs, whether it's your dog or dogs that you walk past when you're outside, any of that stuff?
Yeah, so she gets along well with my dog. They've had a couple play dates where they've like played around in the living room together, but I would say generally they kind of coexist, just hanging around together or lay on the couch together. I've had them in the car together a few times, and they do well there. We do make sure to feed them separately because she does like to protect her food, but there have been no other issues other than making sure to keep them in separate rooms when she's eating. When she sees other dogs outside, I would say that she does bark sometimes, but every time, and we're working on some treat training, she's very easily distracted because she loves treats. So awesome. The training is going pretty well.
Awesome. And is there anything else, any last things that you think her potential forever parent should know about?
Yeah, I would just say she's very easy. Like, we've only had her for 2 weeks, and there's very little training that we've had to do. She knows where to go to the bathroom. She likes to snuggle. We don't let Foster sleep on her bed, but she didn't have any problem with that. She just lays in her bed next to our bed and is happy and content. So I would say if you're looking for a dog that's like going to be a great companion and still fun, but also chill, she's a good mix because she still likes to do active things, but she's not going to request that you take her on, 5-mile runs every day. So it's a good mix.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much to both of you, Ladybug and Sarah. You guys can find more about Ladybug on her little website, which is bit.ly/adoptladybug. You can also find her on the Rescue's website, which is citydogsrescuedc.org. Okay, up next we have Hondo. Hondo is a 4-year-old male hound mix. He weighs more than 60 pounds and he's from West Virginia. So James, what can you tell us about Hondo's personality?
Yeah. So, there he wakes up. He's a real sweetie. He is a cuddle bug in a way. He's like one of those dogs who likes to be with you, but not necessarily on you. So he's like a great couch potato. He's great at binge watching shows. Now that I'm talking, he's getting all interested in what's going on. He does like the couch and he does sleep in the bed with me. Hondo, come over here. Come here. You're not interested. But he's a very easygoing dog. Like he's very chill. He has a very relaxed personality. He gets a little anxious with loud noises outside on the leash. That's like his one detriment. I don't think he's been in the city before, and we're in DC. So he gets a little like loud trucks, ambulances, that kind of thing. But other than that, he's very relaxed, and he's been on a diet, so he's losing a little weight. So he's better than his pictures. Yeah.
So James, what can you tell us about Hondo's ideal day? Like what kind of things would he want to do if he could just make his own agenda?
He is literally the ideal like binge watch Netflix kind of dog. He just loves sitting on the couch next to you, chillaxing basically. I mean, he likes going on walks. He likes chews. He's not super into toys. Like I got him some toys and he occasionally plays with them, but he's not really a toy player kind of dog. He's a classic hound. He likes to do this.
Awesome. So you mentioned about his chews and like the few toys that he has. What kind of chew is his favorite? Like what does he like to play around with?
Oh, anything like rawhide-ish, bone, anything that's gonna last a while. He's really good at like he kind of likes his own little space at times. So like you give him a chew, he gets up on here on the couch and you can be doing whatever you need to do in the house. And he's totally content.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a good boy.
If you did a DNA test on Hondo and you found out that he was only 90% dog, what other animal do you think he would be?
Sloth. He's like a classic hound. Like he loves to sleep. He sleeps in the bed with me. I'm not going to lie. When I first got him and we came home, he's been with me just a week now. But the first day I brought him home from picking him up and I sat down on the couch right here just to get a look at him. And he instantly jumped up on the couch next to me and was like, oh yeah, this is my spot. And he obviously was allowed on furniture in his prior living arrangement. And I'm also a furniture person, so I let him sleep in the bed with me.
Awesome. So outside of his, chillness, is there anything else that you think his forever parents should know about?
Yeah, I think the big thing is he does have, as I said, some sound anxiety. So like when you're walking him, you have to be like aware of your surroundings and what's going on and be prepared. He's fine with dogs. I have 2 cats who he's totally fine with. He ignores them. They love him. He is indifferent. And I think just that, and he's kind of getting used to being walked. I don't think he was walked a lot, like on a leash. So we've been working on our leash etiquette.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Hondo and James. You can find more about Hondo on his website at bit.ly/adopt Hondo, spelled Hondo. Thank you again, guys. So up next, we have Herbie. Herbie is a 3 to 4-year-old pit bull terrier mix. He weighs about 62 pounds, and he came to us from West Virginia. So Ben and Dana, what can you guys tell us about Herbie?
I'm just
as you're figuring out your
background.
There we go.
This is Herbie.
He's laying on top of us right now. He is, as you can tell, he loves sitting on us. He's 63 pounds, but doesn't realize it. He's about 3.5 years old and still has a little bit of that puppy energy.
Look at this face.
Yeah, I know. He loves being active. He loves long walks. I think he's really aching for a place he can run around. Unfortunately, we're in the city and don't have a lot of space for that. He was adopted previously, and he was abandoned, unfortunately. It had nothing to do with him. So he is house trained. He is used to the city. Loud sounds don't bother him. He is pretty well behaved inside the house, except we do have cats and doesn't really work with them. He wants to play with them and they don't want to play back, and he's learned how to stay away for the most part. And then outside, he's a good walker. He'll take you pretty far. And he's good with most people outside. But occasionally someone will walk by that he has a problem with, and he'll bark his head off, and he'll lunge and growl, and it's a very scary sound, but it's just out of fear. He's not showing any aggression. We've talked to trainers, he's been observed, and he's not interested in hurting anybody or hurting us for that matter.
He just has a big voice.
Yeah.
And he's a little nervous.
Yeah.
But he's super, and he sneezes sometimes. Bless you. And he's all dressed up for the day.
Yeah, and with other dogs, he's very playful if it's a dog he likes. He's had a few play dates, and as long as he gets a good sniff in, he'll get along with the dog. He does bark at large male dogs, so I think that's a sign he's pretty fearful of them. But if you approach someone and they're dog friendly and they want to give him a shot, once he gets over his barks, he will get along with that other dog. It's just a matter of having a little bit of patience with him.
Yeah, they just have to be introduced a little bit slowly.
Yeah.
But he really enjoys playing with other dogs who are up for it.
Yeah.
And he's like sweet as sugar. And he just wants to be loved. He's really sweet. He likes to sit on the couch with us in the evenings once he gets settled. He likes to go on walks. He's totally fine being on a leash. He doesn't seem to mind when we put it on or when we put his little Adopt Me vest on. He's very good about that. He loves treats. He's super food motivated.
We brought up treats to see if we can get him to sit in a certain position.
Bless you. He's not sick. I don't know why he's sneezing. He just got his vaccines updated.
Anyway, we tried treats,
Herbie,
but
what
then
are you doing?
once we put the treats down, he was right back up looking for the treats. So that didn't really work out. Yeah. and so that's Herbie.
Herbie, you want to sit up?
We just took him on a long walk, so he's a little tired.
You want to sit up, Herbie? No, okay. But he is learning some. Oh, there we go. He was learning some tricks. He can sit. He can.
He can stay. He can paw.
Yes, he'll give you his paw. It's so cute. Here, I'll show you. Why are you sneezing, Herbster? What are the treats?
They're on the table. But any questions at all so far?
Yeah. So what do you think has been your favorite moment with Herbie so far? What's your favorite thing that you guys have done together?
I think I would say, what would you say? Yeah.
Sit. Oh, here you go.
I would say, I think our favorite moment is when we get a chance to see him play with other dogs, because
He's very good.
we don't have any other living beings in the house that he absolutely loves to play with who's not human. And so when we get a chance to find another animal that can match his energy and they could just roll around and have fun, that's just really fun to watch.
Awesome. And so you mentioned that you've been working with him with trainers and stuff. So what do you think are the biggest things that he's improved on, the stuff that he really shines at?
Yeah, so as you can see, he's very good at his basic commands. So beyond that, so at that, the basic stuff is taken care of.
I'm bring the camera over here.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. There we go. So what we're working on right now is helping him become less fearful of other large dogs and some other, some of the people he sees on the street and barks at. Yeah. And so right now we're working with a trainer to help him divert his attention whenever he sees something he's afraid of, to redirect his attention towards us. And so what the trainer told us it would be really nice if his adopter would just have some of the patience needed to continue that training and be consistent so that he can become more comfortable.
And to wrap up with him, is there anything else that you think his potential forever family should know about how he hangs out with himself, with you guys, any of that?
Yeah, so another thing is he likes toys. He loves things he can pull on and play tug of war with. He likes attention, but he doesn't need it all the time. I don't know where he's going now.
He likes to chew on bones a lot.
He loves to chew on bones. And so as long as he has something in his mouth, like he doesn't chew on furniture or anything, but if he has something edible in his mouth, he is happy as a clam and will keep himself occupied for a while. But then he loves, as we said a couple times, we do take him on a lot of walks because he does have a lot of energy, and that's a great way to that's a great way to use up his energy, since we don't have a yard where he can run around.
Yeah, but you can see he's so friendly. He just wants to be loved. He's a darling.
Yeah.
Oh.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much to Herbie and to you guys, Ben and Dana. You can find out more about Herbie on his website, which is bit.ly/adoptherbie, spelled HERBI. You can also find more about him on our website, citydogsrescuedc.org. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Rahini. Rahini is a 1.5-year-old female terrier mix. She is about 26 pounds is the number that I have, and she's from West Virginia.
Hey there. Let me kind of.
So, hi.
Sorry. Okay. I'm having a hard time seeing it. So there she is. This is Rahini. Well, come here, baby. Oh, look. Hey.
So, Maria, what was the last time that Rahini made you laugh, and why?
Oh gosh, she's a crazy little girl. This morning, she, I don't know if you can kind of tell, I was sitting here in the chair. Instead of jumping off through the floor and going around, she literally leapt. So I'm sitting up here, cleared my face, didn't even pause on the armrest, clearly leapt all the way over, just at something. Someone came in the door, came downstairs from the other room, and she just, I don't know where it came from. So she'll have these little spurts of energy and just do these funny little things, roll over, flop her feet up in the air. She's kind of doing it now as she gets very comfortable. She's got a little bit of a spunk.
So what kind of forever homes do you think would be a good fit for Rahini?
She'd be pretty flexible and adaptable, I think, but she is a little bit, she's been thriving on routine. So during her adjustment phase, just kind of learning, I have 2 dogs. She seems to kind of take the lead from them. I think that has helped her with her transition. So it may be helpful to have another dog in the household, but I also think she could probably do well on her own. I think the family should just have, some patience and openness and guide her. But once she has a routine and she knows what to predict, she's been thriving on that.
And so if Rahina had to do something that a human had to do, if she had to get a job or something like that, what do you think she would be good at?
I thought about this for a while, and it's kind of funny because I think she'd be good at it as a human, but maybe not necessarily as a dog. So let me kind of clarify. I think she'd be good on some type of security detail or patrol, because if she hears something outside, she wants to go to the window and check it out. If her foster brother's doing something, she'll want to go check it out. So she'll kind of patrol the area. If I get up from working and I walk to the bathroom, like a lot of dogs, she'll just kind of follow me, my little shadow, turn the corner. So she'll kind of check the perimeter as we go outside to walk. She's kind of looking left, she's looking right, she's kind of looking all over. So I think she'd be great on security detail. But I'm not so sure as a like dog security. Like, I don't know if she could do like TSA or like some of that canine, but she definitely is paying attention and aware of everything.
Awesome. And what else do you think her forever family needs to know about her? What's most important for someone that's going to add her to their lives?
She is the sweetest little thing. I think she's just looking for some love. I think she has known love in the past, because although she's been scared at times, she will come seek me out. She'll boop me. She'll rub up against me. She'll want to lick on me or paw on me. She did. I was very surprised. My boys are not couch dogs. I kind of secretly wanted a couch dog, and she is that. She's happy to chill out. I think, like another foster said, not necessarily like in your lap or on you, close enough, and just content to be there most of the evening until it's time to turn in for bed. So she told me, because after the decompression time, after, I had her cordoned off in a little safe area as she was getting adjusted. Once I kind of gave her full range, she's like, that's my couch, lady. I don't know if you plan for that or not, but that's where I'm going to be. Of course, I don't have a problem with that. Hopefully her future home would be very open to that. And same thing with the bed. When we went upstairs that first night, she's like, I'm sleeping on the bed. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I am. So she makes herself very comfortable. She's a love bug. She's very kind of low to medium energy. She doesn't need a whole lot of stimulation. Take her on some walks to get her, sniffing and checking things out. But surprisingly, she has these little bursts of energy, but she's also just content to sleep it off.
Thank you guys so much. Rahini and Maria, you guys can find more about Rahini on her website, which is bit.ly/adoptrahini, spelled RAHINI. Thanks again, you guys. And up next, we will have Anna. Anna is a 7-month-old female shepherd mix who weighs about 35 pounds and came to us from Virginia.
Hi there. That's
Hi.
Say hi, Anna. She knows her name.
Okay.
She's just chilling here with me. I almost think that she's had some experience with somebody who's worked with her in the past, because she's done very well with potty training, and she also walks very well on a leash, and she just has some good manners. She doesn't try to get up on the furniture, and she doesn't bark. She sleeps well through the night. So I feel like maybe she was a COVID puppy or something that somebody had in their home, and it didn't work out. But she's super sweet. She'll lick you all day long. It drives my husband nuts. I was like, well, it's better than being bit. I also have 2 older dogs, and so she's definitely learned a lot from them as far as, routine. In the morning, we get up, we go for our walk. And then she's in her kennel until I get home from work, and then we go for a walk again. She eats her dinner, and then we go for our evening walk. But she just hangs out here in the evening. I'm usually sitting up on the couch, and she's right by my feet. She loves to be right next to her people, and she absolutely adores people. We did have to kind of work on the jumping when we first got her. I'm not sure if that's something that she picked up on when she was in the kennel, but she knows, down very well. So she just has to be reminded that she's not supposed to jump on people. She's also probably the softest dog I've ever felt. She just has amazingly soft fur. And but it's also everywhere. She sheds a lot, so lots of good brushing is something that I would want the owners to be aware of. She needs a good brush out pretty regularly. trying to think of what other, oh, she loves to go in the car. She loves to be around, you know, other dogs and play. That's the main thing, is like just having to cut playtime off because she will play constantly if she can. She's not a chewer. Matter of fact, yesterday was the first time she even had any interest in a ball. We got a little squeaky ball, and yesterday was the first time that she showed any interest in that. And so we have a tug of war and everything. She's not ever shown any interest in that, but I think it's just she's had to get, you know, used to trusting again. So she's finally settling in.
So you mentioned a little bit about the trusting and the things that she's, you know, gotten used to now that you've had her for a little bit, but overall, how do you think she's grown since you started fostering her?
I think she's gotten a little bit more, here comes the licking, a little bit more comfortable where I can go into my bedroom, because she's not allowed in my bedroom because it has carpet. But I think that she's gotten better with me being able to leave the room for a little bit without constantly following me around, knowing that I'm not going anywhere. But yeah, I think when she first came, she was just concerned that she was going to be left or something like that. I'm not really sure, but just a little bit of anxiety about that. But like I said, my dogs have helped tremendously. So even a family that had another dog, she would probably be really good pals with.
Okay, and I have a kind of a fun question for you, but what celebrity do you think that Anna's most like, and why?
Oh my goodness, what celebrity? Geez. That's a tough one. I haven't ever thought about that. What celebrity do you think you would be? I'm sorry, she just loves to lick. I don't know, you got me on that one.
Okay, that's cool. So then, is there anything else that you think her forever parents should know about before they commit to her?
What else? Well, right now she's on some medicine for Lyme's disease, and so that has to continue. Sorry, Anna, quit. Give me a minute. I'm trying to talk about you. Yeah, just, I mean, she's just a really eager to please dog. And so if you want a lifelong friend and somebody who will always lick you, she's the one.
Awesome. Thank you guys both so much. So you guys can find out more about Anna on her website, which is bit.ly/adoptanna, spelled ANNA. Thank you guys so much, Sandra and Anna.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, up next we have Thunder. Thunder is a 4-year-old male boxer mix. He weighs about 59 pounds and he's from North Carolina. So Shelly, what can you tell us about Thunder?
Hey, it's Yoav. Thunder is a really sweet boy. We had him for about 2.5 months now. He took a little bit of time adjusting when we first got him to our neighborhood and the environment around him, but I think he's done really well adjusting. He likes to go on short walks, maybe once or twice a day is enough for him, plus a few times just to go out in our little backyard. But that's about it. He's pretty low energy, which is pretty good for us because that's the way we are too. So that's kind of well suited for us. He's probably best suited for a quieter, like suburb kind of environment, rather than a busier city. He came from the city before we got him, and I think he just gets a little anxious around all the city noise and traffic and things like that. So I think he's better off to a quieter environment where there's not as much activity going on. He's really sweet. He likes to cuddle. He likes to sleep on the couch with you or just sleep on top of you, kind of, even though he's 60 some pounds right now. He he's well house trained. He has not had any recent accidents. As you can see, he loves his Kong toy, and he loves other like softer plush toys to chew around and tear the fluff out of him and things like that. I think he's also would love to have a forever home with another dog. We have another dog with us, and he loves to try playing with her. She's not all that into playing that much, but she's getting into it now more now that she's been with him for a while. So that would be ideal for him, is to have a little buddy to play with. And he's very treat motivated, so he's pretty easy to train. So far, we just had him trained to sit and things like that, basic commands like that. And thank you.
So if you could you describe Thunder's ideal day? Like from top to bottom, what does he want to be doing? How does he want to spend his time?
He seems happiest when he's around his people. Sorry. Situation here. So yeah, he just follows you around the house a lot. He loves when someone's home with him, but he adjusts after a while if you do have to leave the house for a while. And yeah, so he loves to just be around people.
Awesome. And so you mentioned a little bit that he's very treat receptive, but what are some of his favorite treats, and what will he do for them?
Liver treats.
Oh, he likes liver treats. Just like any kind of like small training treats that we have. He loves peanut butter and things like that, just to fill his Kongs with.
Awesome. And how does Thunder behave when he meets new people? Like, is he happy? Is he a little hesitant? How does he feel?
He's a little anxious around new people when he first meets them. So we just have, whenever we have had people come in the house or meet him, we like to take him outside first on the leash and just have them kind of just give him treats the whole time for a while until he kind of gets used to them. And just he's very, like I said, very receptive to treats. So as long as you keep giving him treats with new people, he's usually okay. But he does get a little anxious around strangers at first. But once he warms up to someone, he's your buddy forever.
Okay, is there anything else that you think his potential family should know about?
Yeah, he doesn't really. Yeah, he's not like, unlike the last dog, he doesn't really lick you to death like that very much. He doesn't drool. It doesn't really shed very much. So all those things are positive points.
He has to be let out.
Yeah, he's very good about letting us know when he needs to go out. And and he doesn't get up in the middle of the night or anything. He sleeps through a night well without having to go out or having to bark at us to let him out. So that's also a good thing. We never really try to crate train him. We don't even have a crate for him. But he does well without a crate. Whenever we have to leave the house or leave him unattended for a little while, he does fine.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Thunder. And you guys can find more about Thunder on his website, which is bit.ly/adoptthunder, spelled like the weather, THUNDER. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Okay. And up next, we have Kody. Kody is a 1-year-old male shepherd mix. He weighs about 65 pounds and he is from West Virginia.
And
So
he
Jennifer,
is smiling a little bit because he got to go to the dog park and he is just a little bit tired. Kody is a top-notch cuddler. Can you say I'm okay?
yes.
Yeah. And he's just so gentle and calm. He loves to play with other dogs when he gets to. And he believes, even though he's 60 pounds, that he should sit on your lap as often as you'll let him. And when he came, he had a little bit of a problem. One of his sutures came out from his, what do you call that? Neutering. And so he has been taking pills, and he's a champ. If you give him a little ball of dog food, he'll take pills. I've been fostering a lot of dogs, and sometimes pills are hard to give, but he's been just a champ at eating pills. He's not the most food-oriented dog that I've ever had. And if you want a cuddly dog, this is your guy.
Awesome. So what do you think Kody's ideal forever home would look like?
I think Kody would really love to have his own playmate dog. And we do great together. But I think he would also like to have a kid. He would like to have his own child. He's just, when I had some friends staying with me, and they had a 9-year-old daughter, and those two just love to play with one another. And so I think that his perfect home would include a kid or another dog.
Awesome. So with a little bit of time that you've spent with Kody, what's your favorite thing about him?
He's so good natured and absolutely calm. You know, he gets excited and so happy to see you when you come home, and he'll come bounding up and wag. But then he's just happy to be with you, and it's really a kind thing. He also has a spot at the end of the bed at night, so he can be a little bit of a bed hog if you don't get in there first, or if you get up in the middle of the night, you might find him in your warm spot. But he's really a sweetheart.
Awesome. And if Kody was another animal, if he wasn't a dog, what do you think he would be?
Kody he's a little bit over a year, but he still has this total puppy clumsiness about him. And so I definitely do not think he would be a graceful gazelle. He would be more like, he would be a little bit more like a Weddell seal, like kind of flopping around just a tiny bit, and not always graceful, jumping up on things, but he's funny.
Awesome. And are there any last thoughts, anything you think that his potential forever parents should know about?
I keep saying it, but this guy is really sweet. The other day I went over to some friend's house who we were out on the porch, and it happened to be a musical festival day in the park about a block away. And so there were people walking by, lots of people. And the guy is so chill. He just hung out on the porch with his new friends and just enjoyed the cool breeze and hanging out with people. He didn't get up and bark or do any of the things. He's just a really calm, gentle guy.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much, both of you, Kody and Jennifer. You guys can find more about Kody on his website, which is bit.ly/adoptkody, spelled Kody. Okay, thank you guys so much.
Would you like to see him stand up still?
Sure.
Okay, let's get up. Kody, come on. Come on, Kody. There's the, oh, let's see. Oh, that wasn't as, hey, Kody, look at how beautiful he is. There we go. Can you see him okay?
Yeah, your hair is in front of the camera a little bit.
Oops, sorry. There we go. Hi. All right. Thanks very much.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay, up next, we have Romy. Romy is a 3-year-old female shepherd mix. She weighs about 57 pounds, and we got her from West Virginia. So Amber, what do you think makes Romy special or attractive to potential adopters?
Oh my gosh, this dog's adorable. She may look like she's giving you a side eye, but she has these really beautiful mixed eyes. So they're both brown and blue. So she looks like she's giving you a side eye, but really she's looking right at me. But she's such a good dog. She loves long walks. She loves toys that have like ropes in them, and like little plushy toys. She's really good with other dogs, but also is like super content being by herself too. But she is a huge cuddle bug. So you can find her being pretty much right next to you all the time.
Awesome. And so what has been your favorite moment so far with Romy?
She's just kind of down for anything. We'll go on really long walks together, and she's just pretty much intrigued by everything she sees. So with my other dogs, if they see squirrels, they'll try to go after the squirrel, and she's just fascinated and will watch them. So she's really easy to walk on the leash, but we just kind of do fun things together. She loves being outside, but she's also good being a couch potato too.
Awesome. So you mentioned a little bit of duality with her, but how does Romy like to spend time with you?
Honestly, if you walk around the house, she'll walk around with you. She just kind of likes being your little buddy, and then she's she's down for anything. She's good.
So if someone asked Romy what a human was, what do you think she would say? Like, how do you think she like thinks about the relationship that you guys have?
I think her tail would start wagging and she would just think fun. I don't really know what her previous life was before this, but she didn't really have any look this way. She didn't really have any trust issues. She wasn't skittish, and she immediately felt right at home. And I think whoever adopts her won't have any issues getting her acclimated. I think she's just so ready to be loved and have a forever home. But I think when she thinks human, she thinks trustworthiness, which I think is really good in a foster dog.
Yeah. So are there any last things that you think her potential parents should know about?
She has definitely she's had a litter of puppies. I don't know how recently, but she's also spayed. She's really calm. She's a shepherd, husky mix. Like I said, she can be high energy, but really if you're inside, she wants to be inside with you. But she just has a lot of love to give, and any family would be lucky to have her.
I would say.
Awesome. Thank you so much to both of you guys, Romy and Amber. So you guys can find more about Romy on her website, which is bit.ly/adoptromy. So up next, we have Bella. Bella is a 1-year-old female husky mix. She weighs about 55 pounds, and we got her from North Carolina. So Janine, what can you tell us about Bella's personality?
She's very affectionate and a little bit of a homebody. This is one of her favorite spots right here on the couch where she likes to hang out. She spends most of the day napping, but she does have little playful bursts and loves going to the dog park. We're still working on walks. I think she, like many of the others here, she's still getting used to the city. I also live in a busier area near the U Street corridor, so I think it's just a little louder than some other parts of DC. But we're working on that. But luckily, once we actually get places outside, if we go to like a restaurant patio or anything, she's very easygoing, and we'll usually just hang out under the table. You don't even really know she's there. But yeah, just a sweet little girl here.
So I mean, we can see her chomping on those treats, but what do you think makes her the happiest?
Yeah, definitely when she gets treats. That's one of the times. But yeah, in the mornings, she really loves getting head scratches. So she doesn't sleep in bed with me. It's actually nice. She tends to only go on furniture if she's invited, but otherwise doesn't really try. So she'll get on the couch, but doesn't really get in other spots. But usually in the morning when I wake up, she might whine a little bit because she just wants attention and head scratches. So she'll just like kind of plop her head on the side of my bed to get some little head rubs. And she loves the dog park. It's kind of become a routine to go there first thing in the morning. So she runs around and makes all her little dog friends. She doesn't really understand fetch yet, but she loves to chase other dogs playing fetch. So she kind of understands some of it. But yeah, so it's kind of an ideal morning for her.
So how do you think Bella is on walks? Does she love squirrels? Does she love to meet other dogs? Like what's she like?
She likes meeting other dogs on walks for sure. She's really hasn't met another dog she hasn't liked yet, which has been handy, both like on leash and off. On walks, she's usually kind of on a bit of a mission, either to get to the dog park or back to my apartment. So she gives both of us a little bit of a workout. But I think that's something that will improve a little bit over time. And having the kind of a routine with our walks helps. Like she kind of knows the genre routes we take. But yeah, I think she would probably prefer a quieter neighborhood. Like I can tell on walks, like she's generally a little bit more easygoing on the quieter streets, but when we go past intersections, she's a little bit more on edge, and kind of will pull me in circles a little bit. But yeah, I think she's very trainable since she loves treats. So I think she'll get there, but who knows, maybe she'll end up in a home with like a yard or something where she doesn't even have to go on long walks or anything.
So on that note, what kind of home do you think Bella would do well in? Someone who works from home, someone who likes to go on long walks. What do you think fits her?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's actually pretty adaptable, at least like inside most homes. She's very patient. Like we've met like young like puppies and kids, and she's been very easygoing. And she's pretty quiet generally. Like I work from home most of the time, and I don't even really notice her that much when I'm at my computer, and doesn't really pay much attention to outside noises too much. But she's also pretty good on her own. Like I will occasionally go to the office for a few hours, and as far as I can tell, she doesn't make any noise. She loves her little Kong, so I generally leave that for her to occupy her for a little bit, and she gets very excited whenever it comes back out again. And has also learned to play with other toys. I think she was a little confused by that as a concept when she first arrived. So it took a couple weeks, but now she's a little bit of a chewer.
Okay. So do you have any final thoughts for Bella's potential forever family?
Yeah, I'd say a couple of kind of notes about her is she's actually pretty good in the car. I think she might have a little bit of motion sickness. Like she tends to drool a little bit, so I'm not sure if maybe Dramamine or something would help. And she seems to be almost entirely house trained. She just has this kind of like quirky little habit sometimes where if I get home, especially if I have a friend or a friend's dog with me, she will sometimes get a little excited and pee a little bit then. But I don't think it's because she like needs to go outside immediately. It's just, I don't know, she has an excitable bladder, I guess. And I think kind of one of my favorite little bits about her is she loves ice cubes. And so whenever she hears me opening my freezer, there's like a little ice cube toll where she expects to be given one. I guess she really loves that crunchy water. But it's nice and easy since they are always readily available in my apartment. So yeah, she probably goes through 3 or 4 a day.
Awesome. So thank you guys, Bella and Janine. You guys can find more information about Bella on the City Dogs website, which is citydogsrescuedc.org. So up next, we're going to have Dudley. Thank you guys. We're going to have Dudley with Elizabeth. Dudley is a 3-year-old male hound mix. He weighs about 45 pounds, and he came to us from North Carolina. So, Elizabeth, what has it been like getting to know Dudley?
It's been good. Dudley has a lot of energy, though you can't really tell that because he is zonked out on his bed right now. But he's a real sweet boy. Lots of affection and lots of energy.
Awesome. So what is Dudley like with other dogs? How does he interact with them?
He's good with other dogs, but I think he might be a little bit of a loner. I think he is just a little unsure around other dogs. So I have a dog who has just no interest in playing with him. But I've taken him to like doggy daycare and to dog parks and stuff. And he's definitely interested in other dogs and they'll greet him and sniff him. But I'm not sure he knows, maybe he doesn't know how to play. I'm not really sure what's going on, but like the doggy daycare has cameras and you can check in on him, and he's usually kind of off by himself. So I think he would do good. I think if he could find like a dog that knew how to help him play, that would be great for Dudley. Unfortunately, that is not my dog.
So what's your favorite thing about Dudley so far?
He's a little bit of a goofball. So I work from home, so sometimes I'll be working on my laptop and I look over and he's on the couch and he's just in a really silly position or something like that. So he makes me laugh. And he's a sweet boy.
So what do you think brings out Dudley's best side? Is it his favorite toy, his treats, going for a walk? What do you think? Where do you think he shines the most?
I think he is happiest going out for a walk or outside, just outside in general. I have a little bit of a backyard, so he likes to hang out in the backyard. He likes going for walks. We've gone hiking once. He really liked that. So he just in general, I think, is pretty happy outside.
Awesome. Are there any final thoughts that you have for his potential forever parent?
No, just well, I guess, yes. Sorry. He does well when he gets a couple of good walks a day. So he does need a little bit of exercise. So he's good. He's a good dog. If you need some motivation to get up and go outside and go for a walk, he's a really great dog for that.
Awesome. So thank you so much, Dudley and Elizabeth. You guys can all find more information about Dudley on his website, which is bit.ly/adoptdudley, spelled DUDLEY. Okay, so that was our last dog. If you guys have any questions about any of the dogs that we met today, you can reach out on the City Dogs website, which is citydogsrescuedc.org. You can also find every single dog that we talked to today and more on our website, which is, again, citydogsrescuedc.org. We're also on social media at City Dogs Rescue on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I just want to say a huge thank you to all the fosters who came today with their foster dogs and the audience for showing up and watching and learning about all these dogs. You can find out all about them again on our website. You can volunteer, you can foster, you can donate to this organization and help us do what we do. So thanks again for joining, and we'll see you next month.